Imagine waking up one day in your 60s, finally free from work, living in your dream home and traveling the world without ever having to worry about money. That's the dream, right? But here's the thing. That dream doesn't just magically happen. It takes planning, it takes discipline, and most importantly, it takes time. Now, what if I told you that the biggest factor in achieving that dream retirement isn't some secret investment strategy or winning the lottery? It's simply starting early. See, most people put off saving for retirement until their 30s, 40s, or even later. They think they have plenty of time. But the truth is, when it comes to building wealth, time is your most valuable asset. The earlier you start, the less you have to save, and the more money you'll have in the long run. So if you're in your 20s and serious about retiring rich, this video is for you. We're diving deep into exactly how to set yourself up for financial freedom, even if you're starting from zero. Stay tuned. Look, I get it. When you're in your 20s, retirement seems like a lifetime away. You're thinking about paying off student loans, maybe buying a car or traveling the world. Retirement just isn't top of mind. But here's the thing most people don't realize. Time is more powerful than money when it comes to investing. Let me show you what I mean. Let's say you invest just $100 a month starting at age 22. And let's assume you invest that money in a simple S&P 500 index fund, which historically earns an average of 10% per year. Now, by the time you hit 60 years old, that small, consistent $100 investment will have grown to over $700,000. Think about that for a second. Over $700,000 without ever having to increase your contributions just because you started early. Now, let's say you wait until you're 40 to start investing that same $100 a month. By 60, you'd only have around $150,000. That's a massive difference. And it all comes down to the power of compound interest. Compound interest is like magic. It's the snowball effect of earning interest on your interest year after year. And the earlier you start, the more time your money has to compound and grow exponentially. The bottom line is this. You don't need to be making a ton of money to start saving for retirement. What you need is time. So start now, even if it's just with a small amount. Your future self will thank you for it. All right, so you understand the importance of starting early, but how do you actually make saving a habit? Especially when you're young and have other financial goals, the answer is simple. Pay yourself first. This means that before you spend a single dollar of your paycheck on anything else, rent, groceries, going out, whatever, you automatically set aside a portion for your future self. Think of it like this. Your retirement savings aren't leftovers. They're a non-negotiable expense, just like your rent or your phone bill. Now, I know what you might be thinking. I can barely afford my bills as it is. How am I supposed to save anything? And listen, I hear you. But here's the thing. You don't have to start with a huge amount. Even if it's just 5% or 10% of your paycheck, the key is to make it automatic. Set up a direct deposit from your checking account to your retirement account the moment you get paid. That way, you're less likely to spend the money on something else. And as you start earning more money, make sure to increase your savings rate. It's all about building that habit now. Trust me, once you get into the rhythm of paying yourself first, it becomes second nature. And over time, those small, consistent contributions will add up to a significant nest egg. Let's talk about free money, because who doesn't love free money? When it comes to retirement savings, there are some amazing perks and benefits that can seriously boost your wealth-building journey. First up, if your employer offers a 401k match, you absolutely need to take advantage of it. This is literally free money that your employer is giving you just for saving for retirement. Here's how it works. Let's say your employer matches 100% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. That means if you're making $40,000 a year and you contribute 5% of your salary, which is $2,000, your employer will match that amount dollar for dollar, giving you another $2,000. That's an instant 100% return on your investment before you even factor in any market gains. It's like getting a free raise. Now, if your employer doesn't offer a 401k or you're self-employed, don't worry. You can still take advantage of tax-advantaged retirement accounts like a Roth IRA. A Roth IRA is awesome because it lets your money grow tax-free. That means when you retire and start withdrawing money, you won't owe any taxes on your earnings. It's like a secret weapon for building wealth. The bottom line is this: don't leave free money on the table. Take advantage of employer matches and tax-advantaged retirement accounts like 401(k)s and Roth IRAs to supercharge your savings. All right, so you're saving consistently and taking advantage of free money. Now it's time to put that money to work for you by investing it wisely. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Investing? Isn't that risky? Don't I need to be a financial expert to do it right? And listen, I get it. The world of investing can seem intimidating, especially if you're new to it. But here's the good news. You don't have to be a Wall Street whiz to invest successfully. In fact, the best investment strategy for most people, especially beginners, is incredibly simple: index funds. Index funds are like the superheroes of the investing world. They're low-cost, diversified investments that track a specific market index, like the S&P 500, which is a collection of 500 of the largest U.S. companies. Instead of trying to pick individual stocks, which is incredibly difficult to do consistently well, index funds allow you to invest in the entire market with a single investment. And the best part? Index funds have a long history of delivering solid returns. Over the past 30 years, the S&P 500 has returned an average of around 10% per year. So, how do you get started with index funds? It's easier than you think. Most 401(k)s and Roth IRAs offer a selection of low-cost index funds that you can choose from. Simply pick a target date fund which automatically adjusts its asset allocation as you get closer to retirement, or a broad market index fund like the S&P 500. Once you've invested in your index funds, the key is to stay the course. Don't panic sell if the market takes a dip. Remember, you're investing for the long term, and over time, the market tends to go up. Now let's talk about how to free up even more money in your budget so you can save and invest even more for retirement. Because let's face it, sometimes it feels like there's just not enough money left over at the end of the month to save. But here's the thing, there's almost always room for improvement when it comes to your finances. You just have to know where to look. First up, let's talk about cutting expenses. Take a close look at your spending habits and identify areas where you can cut back without sacrificing your happiness. Are there any subscriptions you're paying for that you don't use? Can you cook at home more often instead of eating out? Are you an impulse shopper? These small changes might not seem like much individually, but they can add up to significant savings over time. And that's more money you can put towards your future. Now let's talk about the other side of the equation: increasing your income. Earning more money gives you more financial flexibility and allows you to save and invest more aggressively. There are tons of ways to increase your income, from side hustles and freelancing to negotiating a raise or starting a business. The key is to identify your skills and interests and find ways to monetize them. Even an extra $50 or $100 a week can make a big difference in your savings over time. Congratulations! You're well on your way to retiring rich by starting early, saving consistently, and investing wisely. But here's the thing. Building wealth takes time and discipline. It's a marathon, not a sprint. And the biggest mistake you can make is cashing out early. I know it can be tempting to dip into your retirement savings if you're facing a financial emergency or a big purchase. But here's the thing. When you cash out early, you're not just losing the money you withdraw. You're also losing out on all the potential growth that money could have earned over time. Plus, you'll likely get hit with hefty penalties and taxes, which can significantly eat into your savings. So what should you do instead? First and foremost, build an emergency fund. Having 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses in a separate savings account can help you cover unexpected costs without having to touch your retirement savings. Second, stay focused on your long-term goals. Remember why you started saving in the first place. Visualize your dream retirement and let that motivate you to stay the course. And finally, don't be afraid to seek professional help if you need it. A financial advisor can help you create a personalized retirement plan and provide guidance along the way. The bottom line is this: stay patient, stay consistent, and never cash out early. Listen, I know that thinking about retirement in your 20s might not be the most exciting thing in the world, but trust me, your future self will thank you for making the smart choices now. Every dollar you invest today is a gift to your future self, a step towards financial freedom and a life lived on your terms. Remember, you don't have to be a millionaire to start saving for retirement. Start small, stay consistent, and let the power of compound interest work its magic. So, here's your action plan. First, commit to saving something today, even if it's just $10. Second, open a retirement account, whether it's a 401k or a Roth IRA, and set up automatic contributions. And third, invest in low-cost index funds and let your money grow over time. Now, I want to hear from you. What's one step you're going to take today to start saving for retirement? Let me know in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future tips on achieving financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.